It started as an idea, it became a dream, and now it's becoming a reality. No one foreseen it happening, it just happened. But enough of the chit chat. It's game time!
Do you like football? Do you appreciate good commentary? Enjoy the factual entertainment we call podcast. You won't regret it. Tune in while you can. They aren't on forever.
Clocked in, minds at work, stadium's my only church. IQUC, I come in first. NFL, I'll wait my turn. Brucey is the QB1, Timmy is the football nerd. Ryan's hopping on them takes, religious reek will bless with words. Last but not the least is Reese, he shows opinions over. Hova speaks his mind while staying sober. Spits his facts, come watch or show. Your hat is on backwards, you know it's for clothes. Are you lucky they started this show that you're clover? Think that your brain is super, then Nova. Tune in while you can, you'll hate when it's over.
Alright guys, before we get started, quick shout out to our sponsors, Levittown Carpet and Flooring. As always, estimates are free, but if you mention the Football Guys podcast when booking your services, you will receive $50 off. Who doesn't love to save money? You know that's a tank of gas, that's a trip to the grocery store, that's a night out with the wife. Tim, what else can you get with that $50?
2.5 lap dances.
See, Tim knows his way, yo. Tim knows the way. Also, quick shout out to Motivational Brothers. That's Eddie Edmond and Isaiah Noble. They're out there trying to spread a positive message. You can check them out on Facebook and YouTube. And for our LBFFA guys, you know, they have their show, The Locker Room, where they talk about scores from the previous week. That's the flag league that we all play in. Tim actually runs. And they do their weekly predictions. I'll be on with them tomorrow night. You'll hear that on Saturday, maybe Sunday morning. So give that all a check out. All right, welcome in, everyone. We are the Football Guys, and this is the Football Guys podcast. As always, I'm Ryan, and I'm joined alongside by my man Reese Rowe and Timmy Goat to Joseph. So just a quick little fill-in on you guys. Goat Madness has wrapped up. I know the online fan voting is currently going on as we're filming right now. We have our winner. However, we ain't going to tell you. You're going to have to tune into next Wednesday to hear that, as we would assume you would be anyway if you're listening to this. So yeah, we're gonna step out into the world of football again. We're gonna keep up with the current topics. There's a lot going on. You know, you got Pat Mahomes out here setting records money-wise, breaking boundaries that people probably never thought would be broken. 10-year contract. Still can't wrap my mind around that. We're going to discuss what we think he has to do to live up to that contract. We also got the whole Desean Jackson saga going on. He quoted some questionable sources. What he thought was a Hitler quote wasn't actually Hitler. It was from Louis Farrakhan. Neither one who are model people to be quoting from, obviously, each for their own different reasons. So we're going to get into that. And then he actually doubled down when I'll bring that up more in the conversation. He doubled down kind of. I'll talk about that when we get into the Desean Jackson thing. Also, we got a little bit going on in the college football world. We'll quickly go over that. What they plan on doing with the whole COVID-19 pandemic going on. And then also we're going to talk about Hard Knocks because I'm my co-hosts here were shocked to learn I've never actually watched an episode of Hard Knocks in my life. So they were pretty shocked to learn that. And so I don't even know what we're going to be talking about there, but I'll gladly join in for the ride. So that being said, let's throw it over to Tim. Tim, let's open things up.
So, I guess we'll start with the hot topic in the world of sports right now and get that out of the way so we can get into the more light conversations. We'll start with Desean Jackson, who made some insensitive comments to the Jewish community. And first we want to start with saying that here at the Football Guys, we're all anti-cancel culture. So we don't think anybody should lose their job for making an ignorant statement. I don't know the guy personally. I mean, he has apologized. We talked about before, like, whenever this kind of thing happens with any person, whether it's a player or just in general, once, like, the mob comes at you and you apologize, you can never really tell what's going on. But hopefully he learned a thing. He made an unsmart decision. I'm not going to say he's an anti-Semitic person. I don't know him personally. I've never seen any other incidents that he's done anything like this. So hopefully he just learned to think before you isn't it Herm Edwards that always says don't press send or whatever?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
in the society in 2020, this kind of stuff is elevated to 11 right now. We're going past the 1 to 10 scale. And you just think before you send something. Because now, even if you don't mean something a certain way, at least half the population is going to take it that way. So just as a society, just try to be smarter, man. Just because we don't know Desean Jackson. We don't know what's in his heart. Like, he doesn't seem like a hateful guy to me. He seems like a guy that's pretty straightforward, and just learn from your mistakes, everybody. Who wants to jump in next?
Yeah, Tim. Look, like you said earlier, we don't agree, of course, with Desean Jackson, and I'm pretty sure that he knows now, if he didn't know, that he made a mistake. And just like, other guys earlier, like Drew Brees doing it, just like, as they said, even on the Eagles, Riley Cooper. And I've seen people on Instagram and all over social media bring that issue up too as well. Look, we do live in a day and age where we have fake news. So everyone brings things out. Supposedly, from what I've heard, I didn't even do the research on it, but supposedly even the quote wasn't even necessarily from Hitler, and it was the fake quote. I can't confirm or deny that, so I don't know. Like I said, I didn't look that up, but still, it is one of those things of being ignorant. And, as what's going on in the climate and in the room of America right now, in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement and other things in regards to equality, he should know, hey, you're literally, if you're trying to post something like that literally you're going against what you're trying to actually do. And this is the important part of educating yourself and actually learning a little bit and putting yourself in the other person's shoes. The same thing where, now we talked about it before in our previous podcast in regards to the Redskins and that name change and how it's maybe insensitive to them, of Native Americans. So that's the biggest thing. We have to learn more. We actually need to sit down as a country and really start talking to our fellow man and understand where they may be coming from, what may be offensive to them, how they actually feel. It's okay. I know some things, and we talk about it a lot, some things sometimes get overboard. You're like, all right, man, sometimes we do need to toughen up, but that whole adage of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Guess what? Words hurt. Players know that. They get killed in the media all the time for their play. Some players are able to get over it. Some players are not. So they do hurt. They do affect you. When you hear encouragement, it helps you play better. So these words that we speak, and, I don't want to get into the biblical sense, but they say, that the tongue is mightier than the sword. So upon that, we got to think about what we say and what we put out there on how it may not only affect yourself, but how it may affect the masses. Just like how we're doing here on the Football Guys podcast. We think about what we post before we go ahead and do it. And we come together collectively and say, hey, what do we want to do? How do we want to attack this problem? Just to give you guys some of the insight. We're just not a bunch of guys that's getting on here, not taking the time to even think over these issues that are happening. We're actually talking amongst each other and saying, well, hey, how do we want to attack this problem? We all know each other personally. So this is why we kind of get together and say, hey, look, how can we attack this? How can we spread some more love? And honestly, we hope to be a model. We hope to be an example of how we're able to get together, from different backgrounds and actually talk about these issues. And at the end of the day, still have love for each other. So
and we talk about this off, like we talked about this off the air. Just everyone trying to see each other's opinion and inform because it is healthy to talk about, because like Ryan might see something that I don't see, or I might see something that Reese don't see, and just getting other people's perspectives and not getting mad at each other for having a different opinion on certain things is healthy. Because the world is different. Like, we're not all supposed to believe the same things or have the same exact opinions. You have to talk through it. And I'll also just off that, like, it's 2020. People can't use the ignorance thing as much anymore because there is a thing called Google.
Yes.
And you can Google something before you say it to say, like, well, okay, man, this isn't a good idea to say. Like, I didn't know that beforehand because we were actually talking before we got on there that I know a lot of Jewish people, but I honestly don't know that much about, like, the Jewish history. Like, Julian Edmond put that video out about, like, earlier about certain things. Like, because, I mean, in school and stuff, we learned about the basics, the Holocaust, World War II, stuff like that, Adolf Hitler. But we don't know about the deep dive thing. So it is true that sometimes you don't want to speak on something you don't know because you don't know how it's going to make someone feel. And like Reese said, there are certain things like in 2020 that the world needs to toughen up about. But when you're feeling attacked by your race or religion or sex or sexuality, like, that's not cool in 2020. And you have to think about that before you say it, especially if you're in the public eye. You have to be smarter than that. You can't just say stuff. Well, you have to actually think about what you're going to say because you know this is going to happen. Especially as we talked about on here that you have a Jewish owner and a Jewish GM.
Yeah, so, man. You know, and that's one of the things, Tim, you know, and what you talk about. Hey, I know you athletes and just even celebrities, you know, but we're specifically talking about football players because that's what we are. But when you guys sign a contract, and I know it may or may not be in there, but media relations is a part of that, you know. So you have to realize that you're representing the brand, you're representing the NFL, whether you like it or not. You are, you know what I'm saying? I don't make the rules, you know, so fans are going to look at that. People who may be interested in football and kids are going to wonder about those different things. So it is a part of that responsibility. And honestly, you guys set the tone. We look at our NFL players, you know what I'm saying, as role models. You know what I'm saying? You step into that once you sign that contract. Once you take that journey, you know that it's not whether it's fair or not. It's just a part of it, you know? So if once you take this journey, no, could be a whole different discussion, whether it's fair or not fair. But once you step foot and you take this journey to become an NFL player, that is part of it. That is part of saying, hey, you know, I have a responsibility into speaking to the masses in a certain way that either I want to educate, I want to uplift. And honestly, it's all about what you're going to leave behind. At least that's my point of view of what you're going to leave behind, you know?
I agree.
So,
plus he said they're paying you very handsomely. And it's predicated on how much money they can make. So if they feel that you're costing them money, then they're going to go ahead and ask you to find other employment.
Yes. I mean, and, you know, look, we all know that playing football is a privilege. It's not a right to play football. So, like I said, Desean Jackson ain't the first. Drew Brees is not the first. Riley Cooper is not the first.
It won't be the last.
And that's the bad part. And it probably won't be the last.
Here's something. Let me just ask you this real fast. Like I'll put this out there because I heard someone say this, and it kind of is true.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Riley Cooper thing that happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was recognized by everybody that it was bad.
Yes, it was. It definitely was.
But it's kind of before a lot of this stuff came to light all over the country.
So
and before you go. Someone compared it kind of like domestic violence to football. For decades, it was swept under the rug. But after the Ray Rice thing came out,
zero tolerance now.
Yeah. So it's like it's kind of thing like when you say something, sometimes is more affected by what you actually say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not that one's worse than the other.
No,
one is definitely worse than the other. We can all agree to that.
Right, and I'm not. I don't want this to get taken out of context anyway. We're not gonna stay on this topic. But Ray Rice is not the first football player to lay hands on his wife the way, or
I know.
his significant other the way he did.
We definitely know that. It's just that it was
He's
pictured.
the first one we saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, you can look at it. in his case alone, he was given, 2 games? And
At first, and then
At first, and then once you saw the video.
Yeah. But if that video never came out, the 2 games would have stuck,
Yes.
and we'd still be in the same situation now where they'd sweep it under the rug.
Yes. Very, very true. So, like you said, we gonna get on that, but it is one of those things where and you know what? I'm glad you did bring that up, because if you look at these issues that the NFL has attacked, it also been the case, and where they've been educated on it, and they've gotten more educated on the situation too as well. But go ahead, Ryan. I see you had. Go ahead, chime on in.
No, yeah, I just wanted to get my little input on this. So I know you said you were a little we were all a little unclear of the nature of what Desean Jackson posted. I actually found the original post. Someone had screenshotted it. If you want me to read what it was.
Yeah, definitely read what it does. Let's hear that.
All right, so just a little preface. At first, there was no indication of what the source was. It appears it was page 126 of a book he was reading, and he highlighted this passage. It starts with Hitler said. So someone did the research, and it appears it's from a book called Jerusalem by Desean Barnett.
Okay.
So the passage goes as so. It says, Hitler, in big bold print, says Hitler says, and then, quote, because the white Jews know that the Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America. This will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they were. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel. End quote.
Yeah.
The quote goes on and on, but that's just the passage he had highlighted.
Exactly.
So, and if you read what the message is getting at, it really ties back into Louis Farrakhan. Say what you want about Louis Farrakhan. He's a homophobe. He's a racist. He's sexist, and he's also very anti-Semitic. He hates Jews. He's involved with the he's the I believe the leader of the Nation of Islam. I don't want to get too much into that, but
yeah,
he's not a guy.
Like I say, I know people who may be listening to this, in regards to that religion and what Louis is thinking and so forth and a part of that. So like I said, I don't want to really get into too much of that. But, once again, you have to, as I always say, you got to know the temperature of the room. In America right now, the temperature is hot. It's hot.
The heat's set to 90.
Yeah. So D-Jack, what I mean?
Equator.
It is one of those things that, hey, man, you are, and I agree, Tim, you don't want to cancel, I'm totally against that too, as far as canceling culture. But guess what, man? You don't help the cause when you do things like that. And that's what it is, because you can't say equality and then single another group out.
That's the first time I actually heard the real quote. And after hearing that, I kind of wonder how he thought that this was going to.
Well, real quick, I just learned this. Desean Jackson spent his whole 4th of July weekend listening to passages from Louis Farrakhan.
Okay.
That's a little, just to put you where his head was at while all this was going on. Also, I agree. So I'm going to have to kind of back out of that a little bit. I don't agree with cancel culture until you double down in the wrong thing. If you do the wrong thing twice, it's a problem. And that's what he actually did. I don't know if you guys saw this. Someone, because welcome to the era of social media where nothing's there ain't no such thing as secrets anymore. Desean Jackson liked the picture on Instagram. Let me see if I got it right. I don't want to misquote or get anything wrong.
Okay.
Let me do my research on the go.
I know Steven Jackson doubled down on it.
He definitely did. And I heard a little bit of that, what I'm saying? And he definitely didn't articulate what he wanted to say. And it's crazy with Steven Jackson. And I was going to mention it a little bit, but with Steven Jackson, saying I think he just had to realize the fact that, you're not doing your podcast anymore, and what you speak so freely. You've now elevated, sir. You've elevated when you took on George Floyd, and now you become an activist. So now, you're not a player no more. You're not in the NBA. Now you put yourself on the front lines, which I'm so with you on that. But upon doing that, like, hey, I think he said it, he has, Jewish friends as well too. And so I've heard a lot of people talk about him who are Jewish and say, you know what I mean? I know he didn't mean those things just from his character, but there's a way to articulate that. And if you can't articulate that, then guess what? You should say nothing. If you don't know, because people are going to hold you to your words, in which they should, because I think that's the problem that we're getting away from. We used to be able to hold a man by his word. And now we can't necessarily do that.
What's up, see what you're saying? Like, it's always a quote. There's always a quote I always liked that said, it's better to be thoughtful than speak and prove everybody right.
Exactly.
Okay, so real quick about making the same mistake twice as far as Desean Jackson. Okay. He went today and liked a post on Instagram from, I don't know if you guys know who this man is, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yes, I know who Umar is.
Did a little research on him. Another person, he's not exactly the best role model. Not someone, when you read what he's really about.
Look, and that's a matter of opinion. Some people may like it, some may, but it is what it is.
Everyone has a positive and a negative to them.
Exactly.
The negatives on his are very bold. That being said, Desean Jackson went and liked the picture he posted on Instagram that said, it was like a quote picture. And it says, "I pray for the day that black men stop having to apologize for what we say." The day after he apologizes for what he had posted regarding the whole Hitler/Louis Farrakhan thing on Instagram. So here's where it becomes an issue for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
The owner is Jewish.
Well, plus, it makes it look like he didn't really believe his apology.
Well, let me get into that.
Whether or not he did or didn't, that's
right. The GM is Jewish. Let me not use Jewish because Jewish isn't they practice the faith of Judaism. Okay, Jewish isn't the proper term.
Yes.
So, are you really sorry, or are you just saying this so your bosses don't fire you? I'm all anti-cancel culture when you're truly sorry for what you've done. It didn't even take 24 hours, and he's already basically saying that he regrets apologizing. That's what I take away from that. That apology was as insincere as they could come. And the the Twitter mob came after Drew Brees very hard for his opinion on a flag. For his opinion on a flag. Do I think what Drew Brees said was? Do I think he should have said it when he said it? Absolutely not. Is Drew Brees entitled to his opinion on that matter? 100%.
Okay.
Because he used nothing derogatory. Desean Jackson quoted Hitler, or attempted to quote Hitler, and it wasn't even an accurate quote.
Yes.
And he's backtracking.
I think the second part's worse than the first part. Now that like you said, like Reese said, like the temperature of the room, like you just got to be smart. You can't just do stuff like I didn't know about that. That just makes no sense because it's kind of like that. Remember Ryan Leaf when he had to apologize for putting his hands on the reporter, and then when he was done, he crumpled the paper and threw it away, threw it at the thing.
Yep.
Like if you're trying to show like contrition, you have to at least, even if you're faking contrition, because we've all had to apologize for something in our life that we didn't think we were wrong for doing. And even if he apologized, like thinking like in his heart, like he didn't think he was actually wrong, like he knows what he actually meant and he didn't mean it that way, you still can't apologize publicly and then like something that says.
Yeah, you got to give it some time. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it some time because, it also comes to the point where, guess what? Now everything that you do is under a microscope, whether it's fair or not. And here's the thing, and I've talked, I don't know if I said it in the chat, that we're in, is the fact of, yes, it came from Hitler. Now, me and Tim, we talked about this, sometimes it's the fact of, hey, it is the messenger, you know what I'm saying? Who's delivering the message? Now, if somebody else might have said this, would you be like, okay, hey, man, I agree with that opinion, but, would it be okay? And I think I asked Reek, even though he's not here, I said, man, hey, would it have been okay if Desean Jackson might have said something that was from the KKK? Would have been received. So instead of sometimes looking at actually the substance of what he is liking or reposting, we're looking at who it actually is sent by. I still do not agree with it at all, to be totally honest with you. I don't agree with it at all, just because of the fact of it's about equality. And we know, you know what I mean, as him being a black man in America, you understand that. You understand that plight. You know what I'm saying? So as Julian Edelman so eloquently, you know, commented and reached out to Desean Jackson and said, hey, man, look, maybe both of us can go and look at each other's history, go to a museum and talk about it, because that's what we really need to do. You know, I honestly, like Rod, as you talk about Louis Farrakhan, you know what I mean? Maybe we need to, you know what I mean, see a little bit more, talk to the man, see, why do you think like that? I think, you know, sometimes a lot of things and what people think a certain way, it's also sometimes maybe less education, maybe not being educated, also maybe being skewed
it also
on what you make.
It could also be like
one second.
Yeah, a lot of times, like with people like that, like it's also they're famous off a message. You know what I mean? And they might not believe the message all the way what they're saying, but that's just who they are. So a guy like that might just be doing that a lot of this stuff because that's what the people that follow him know him for. And if he gets off that thing, then he'll lose all his followers. So it's a thing, like you said, it's all about conversations, man. The only way anything gets changed is conversation. Because look, I don't know Reese's family history. I don't know Ryan's family history. They don't know mine. So we don't know what our family had to endure in this world or what we've had to endure. It's just a thing like moving forward, we just got to talk about stuff, man, and be open to conversation. Like, open to be like, man, I thought this all this time, and damn, I was wrong.
Very
or
true.
Something.
Very true.
All right, so we're going to move on from that now, and we're also going to bring in our fourth member of the night. The
Brucey,
one, the only
Brucey.
quarterback one, Bruce Stone.
QB1.
Here he is, and here he comes. He's
Bruce
admitted.
Kidney Stones.
He's waiting.
The anticipation
there he
is
is.
crazy. Oh my God.
There he is. Welcome in, Brucey.
Hairstyle and all.
What's up, fellas?
Wearing
What's
a
up?
bra strap.
So,
you know, to our fellow.
Ain't no bra strap here, baby. Andre the Giant. You know what I mean? I'm in the building.
We just finished up talking about Desean Jackson. We're going to move over into the whole Pat Mahomes thing, I believe, right? Are we going Pat Mahomes now?
Let's go with the what's your first? Go with the Hard Knocks first.
Before we do that, since this is going to be a quick gloss over, can I just mention the college football thing?
Oh, yeah.
So just a quick update for those of you that don't know, because we haven't talked too much college football, and that is something that we planned on talking about, but now it's looking like they might not have a season. The Big Ten confirmed today that if they allow their college football teams to play, that the Big Ten will only play inside of the Big Ten. Oh, you're a Michigan guy?
No, I'm definitely not. Florida State.
Florida State guy.
Gotcha.
Also, I think it was Connecticut or whatever. Their governor said he's going to fight it.
Yeah, I'm a big OHIO guy. I'm a big Ohio State guy. So, unfortunately, my college football conference is the first to say we're only going to have interconference play. And my man Bruce told me today, I actually didn't hear this myself, that the Ivy League's talking about playing no fall sports, including college football. So no football for Penn, Harvard, Yale. That's a big heartbreaker for all them Penn, Harvard, and Yale fans out there.
Shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick, Harvard grad.
Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah,
hey man,
that's a good
it's something to say if the Ivy League schools are not going to have a season. I mean, look, I said it too on another podcast earlier on why the NFL shouldn't have it. But you know, hey, I never went to an Ivy League school. It just so happened that we're thinking along the same lines. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm really that smart because I'm here, you know, speaking football.
Oh yeah, because you're an Ivy League guy. Yeah.
My bad. I mean, some people call me Ivy League.
I went to Harvard, man.
Your nickname? All right, my bad.
That's my middle name. Reese Ivy League, bro. Yeah.
I went to Harvard one time.
Presley.
You went to Harvard one time?
Yeah, I coached in a football tournament there.
There you go.
So now I tell people I went to Harvard. I'm not lying.
There you go. He's not lying.
Yo, we got a Harvard. We have a Harvard attendee in this podcast, and a Princeton attendee.
There you go.
I've been in Princeton. I played at the rink before. What do you want to say?
Yo, And I go to the Palestra every year for the Philadelphia Catholic League high school championships.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
So
goodness.
I went.
Bro.
Yeah,
We
I went
are
to Penn.
clout chasing like crazy. Oh my god.
So no, there's not much to say on that. I just thought it was worth noting, and just so you guys know, college football is something we're going to be talking about once that shit pitches.
Facts. Facts.
Whenever the world goes back to normal, and that
If it
picks
ever
up.
happens.
If that ever happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new norm. You get to
We
listen
gotta
to
get
us
to
talk about football that's never going to be played. That being said, all right, let's turn things over to something I have absolutely no clue about, and that's
shit.
Hard Knocks. So I'm gonna let someone that knows what we're talking about here talk about it. Reese, what you got?
So, I guess the Hard Knocks. Last honesty that I know about the Hard Knocks that we had the Oakland Raiders, and you had the debacle of freaking Antonio Brown not playing. So who's supposed to be the Hard Knocks?
Knock on wood if you're with me.
Huh?
Chargers and the Rams.
Chargers
Knock
and
on wood
Rams.
if you're with me.
One second. guys.
So yeah, so we got the Chargers and the Rams. You know what I mean for the Hard Knocks. I think two of the worst teams ever for doing it. No, I won't say that. No, I won't say that. But I'm not excited. Nah,
Yo,
I'm
say
not
that. Say that
excited.
shit. That's ass. That's ass. That's why I don't watch Hard Knocks, because it's always ass teams. I don't care about the Browns. I don't care about the Raiders.
The
Yeah,
Chargers
yeah.
could be interesting, man. You got a rookie quarterback.
Honestly, the team that I think we talked about this before in our chat, it should be New England. I want to see, you got rid of the GOAT. That would have been a great time to go ahead and let's look at how you're going to perform.
There's rules.
Yeah, real quick, that much I do know about Hard Knocks. If you won a Super Bowl in the past 3 years, you wouldn't be eligible. So assuming
that's bullshit.
If you make the playoffs, if you make the playoffs last year, or if you have a new coach, you can't do it. You have to have a returning coach and not make the playoffs last year.
But the Super Bowl thing, you can choose to be on Hard Knocks if they ask you. It's not like you absolute no, right? Like, say if you won the Super Bowl and the next year they said you want to be on Hard Knocks, you could say yeah and be on Hard Knocks. I think it happened with the Ravens, right? Right, Tim?
Yeah, nobody wants to be on. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. Nobody wants to be on there.
Eagles turned it down like 3 times during the Andy Reid era.
So did the Niners last year.
Yeah,
it is smart.
Oh man, that would have been a good one because they went on planes to be runners up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and that's
really
the thing.
good.
Honestly, should it be like a Hard Knocks curse? I mean, how many let's think about that. We talk about the Madden curse, but is it a Hard Knocks curse? How many times has a team went on?
Bro, they never make the playoffs.
Here's the rules. I just looked at the rules. Ready?
Yeah.
Hard Knocks rules are: they can't have a first-year head coach.
Okay.
They have a playoff berth in the last 2 seasons, so you can't make the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Okay.
You can't appear on Hard Knocks in the last 10 years.
Wow.
So, assuming things go as planned, the Cowboys might have a Hard Knocks berth coming up.
Yeah.
Well, what's it, man?
And Cincinnati's coming back.
The Rams were on Hard Knock, 3 years ago?
Who was?
Rams.
Yeah.
The Rams.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're on again this year, right?
I think it's only because of the
move to LA.
The Chargers, and they figured they can get 2 for 1 in the same.
I think that's what they were going for. Yeah.
I can't lie, man. I do enjoy it though. I do enjoy it.
too.
I think it's a great thing for the fans to be able to see what really goes into the training camp, what the players actually have to do. Huh?
The Browns
me too.
Was great. The Raiders was
I think so.
good.
It was great. It definitely was great.
I actually kind of like All or Nothing better than I like Hard Knocks.
Very true.
I watched it.
Very true.
You never seen that, Tim?
I watched
Oh.
the Niners have one on YouTube on a YouTube channel. I watch that every year.
Yeah, All or Nothing. Every
All
All or
Nothing's
Nothing
great.
I've seen
It's great.
hasn't disappointed me. The Eagles, the Rams.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys were on there. I can't remember exactly, but
I think they're
I
the
know.
first one.
Yeah. So the All or Nothing. See, I just
And
feel
the
like All or
Cardinals
Nothing.
too.
The Cardinals too. Yeah. I feel like All or Nothing kind of digs a little deeper.
Yes, it
Maybe
does.
a little bit. But the Hard Knocks, they have a lot of rules. Like you can't go behind closed doors
Yes.
unless you're welcome. I remember Jeff Fisher cutting that dude. Remember that? You remember that?
Yeah.
That was ruthless, bro. Like this dude was like I forget what the player was, but he grinded and grinded and grinded and grinded. And Fisher had no care in the world, bro. He was like, I want to keep you, but you gotta go.
Exactly.
It sounded like one of our Goat Madness one of our Goat Madness eulogies. Like,
And it does.
Man.
And honestly, I think more fans need to watch that because we talk about, we're already going to get into this segment later about this guy, but we talk about contracts, right? And
Right.
a lot of these contracts are not as guaranteed as,
No.
other sports. Like they can
Yeah.
cut you anytime they want.
Not all players, but 90%.
Not all players, of course, because you're still an investment is a reason. But
Like-
that has happened. That's happened to a lot of great players. I won't say great, but good players at least that you see, and you get to really see like the grind
Right.
of NFL players making it. That
Facts.
53-man roster, that last guy on the 50, he's busting his ass. And so, when you fans sit on your couches and say, "Oh, why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you just do that? Or why didn't you just da-da-da-da-da?" There's a lot more that goes into that, and it really does give you a real introspective look
You
into
talking
how
to Reek there?
Yes, I really am. I really am. You know what I'm saying? He ain't on here, but I am. You know what I mean? Like, you got to stop calling Christian McCaffrey overrated. Jesus
but, like,
Christ.
Not only that, though, like, you see some of the players like Kevin, with Kevin Hogan,
Love you,
right?
Reek.
Yeah.
You find out things about him, like he's a pretty good ball player. He is.
7-Eleven.
But his nickname was 7-Eleven, right?
Yes.
And you got like guys like him. A lot of people don't even know Danny Amendola played for the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Yep.
Like, if you ask an average football fan, they have no clue.
No
Right?
clue. But if you watch Hard Knocks, you would have probably.
Yeah. You knew that then, right? A lot of people don't know shit until they're
Danny
like,
Woodhead.
I've seen that on Hard Knocks. Yeah, man. Like, there's a lot of players that have actually, and it's funny because there's always like a good human interest story on Hard Knocks, right?
Yes, it is.
And it's hard not to root for the people when they tell when they tell the story. Like, I remember the Browns, the tight end.
The long hair?
Yeah.
Kajuka or something? Or?
Yeah, there you go.
I hear that.
Pretty good player. He couldn't catch a friggin' break, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, okay. Now I know.
That poor dude couldn't catch a break, bro.
Yeah.
And then, you saw like, wasn't it Hugh Jackson's relative died or somebody
Yeah.
passed
Yeah.
away?
Yes.
Like, all that shit is rough, man. But like,
What about-
Hard Knocks.
And the Cleveland guy that didn't believe in dinosaurs, remember? The one,
Oh,
who was
my
it?
God.
Yo,
Oh, my God.
yo, that was great, bro. That was
my
phenomenal.
God.
Nah. Still my favorite.
You
Hard
got
Knocks
Myles
to this
Garrett
day.
talking about dinosaurs and all
Yo.
other crazy. Like how young he is.
Yeah.
You're like, man, this grown big ass man,
Yo.
and he still has a mind of I won't say mind of a child, but he's still young
No,
at
you can
heart.
say it.
He's still
Another
young
one
at
too,
heart. I'm putting him out.
The Tampa Bay one with McCoy learning about all the stuff he does, like the talents he has outside of football.
Bro.
That was
I'm
interesting.
telling you, bro. How about like when he was? Remember? I don't know if you remember when he was dancing in front of a referee. He's like, "Is this illegal? How about this? Is this illegal?
Yeah.
Is this going to be a penalty?" And he's like, "Dude," and the referee's like, "All right, that's enough. Like,
That's
what are
enough.
you doing?"
What was your guys? We'll wrap it up because there's not that much to talk about. What was your favorite Hard Knocks or two?
The Ravens.
First one, right? The original Hard Knocks.
And the Ravens, and I actually really enjoyed the Bengals one. I don't know why. I like Marvin Lewis. I got a soft spot for Marvin Lewis.
Mine's the Ravens and the Jets. I love that Rex Ryan Jets one.
Yo, that Jets one was really
Wow.
good. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a good one.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I can't lie for myself. It might be a surprise. I actually did like the Cowboys.
Which one?
It was a good one. That was
First
good
one or
one. They
second
were
one?
on twice. Yeah, they were on twice.
They was on twice. The one, honestly, with Danny
Was it-
Amendola.
Yeah, that was up there for me too. I like
Yeah,
that
Yo.
one.
I actually did like that one.
Yeah,
And I like
that
the
was,
Ravens,
I
of
hate the
course.
I despise the Cowboys, but that was a pretty good one.
I thought that was
Because
good.
It's also-
T.O. made it worth it.
Yes.
It's also got one of my favorite quotes from Hard Knocks. I think it was the Dolphins one, and the D-line coach is talking to the team. And you guys know a Green Bay play is like where you just try to draw the team off sides. You go to
Yep.
the line.
Yep.
And he goes, What happens when you jump offside the Green Bay play? You're a fucking asshole. That's what.
Yep.
So whenever I watch a game and I see someone jump off sides
shit.
on that, I'm like, that guy's a fucking asshole.
Yep.
Bro, I like I still probably my favorite part of Hard Knocks. So we can move on to our next topic, but like
Yeah.
the Ravens one when they pulled a prank on when Saragusa pulled a prank on Shannon Sharp,
Oh my
You
God.
locked him in the room.
and he goes, "There will be repercussions."
Yes. Yes.
Consequences and repercussions.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
and probably the best part ever in the history of Hard Knocks was the impersonation the dude did.
Yes,
of
he
Shannon
did.
Sharp.
Shannon Sharp.
I
I was.
He even did the face.
Oh
did the
my
left too.
God.
He put the hat on. He's like,
Yes.
there will be repercussions.
That's one of my favorite parts too, like the rookie shows. That's,
Oh my God. That
Yo,
was so
if
funny,
any, hey, all you people that's listening, please
Oh.
go back, find the Hard Knocks with Baltimore Ravens. Please watch that.
I think they show them on the NFL Network all the time.
all the time. Yo,
they do.
this
They
is
do.
this is about time right now, bro. In July, they started
Yes.
running like marathon one. You know, the Bucks one was pretty good too, but I don't know.
It was.
James
One-
Winston's fucking awful. So
Another
He
great
is.
line
Jesus
on there
Christ.
was Parcells was the coach of the Cowboys, right?
yeah,
When the guys fielded
Field.
punts, I can't remember who it was, and he goes like,
Pac-Man Jones.
No,
Was that
no,
him?
it was a rookie.
It was
a
Crawford.
rookie.
I thought it was
a rookie.
Crawford.
Crawford, yeah.
And he was like
Pat
yelling at him.
Crawford.
He's like, Maggot didn't listen for shit, but he could do this like a champ or whatever. And he's like, where'd you go to school? Wake Forest. He goes, we're not playing Duke this week. They come in this week, son.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit's funny, bro.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
you know what though, guys? Like,
But Rob, what's up?
When Hard Knock starts up, we got to definitely talk about it, though.
We
Oh, yeah,
definitely
yeah,
do.
definitely.
So what's up, man? What's the next topic we got, man?
We're gonna talk about Pat Mahomes. And,
There he is.
and that fat ass contract he got. We already
503.
we're not going to talk about that money because if you don't know, then you live under a rock, and I'm not quite sure how you ended up listening to our podcast. You know what that money is. That's big fucking money. That being said, let's talk about what he has to do to live up to that contract. For me, I'm not going to go first. So whoever wants to go first, feel free.
I mean,
You got QB1.
Look, honestly, I mean, that contract's a shit contract in a way for him.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guaranteed money, but it's a real. I mean, people can't talk shit about the man. That's a team-friendly ass deal. Every couple years, and they can get out of the deal. There's a lot more details to it, but it's crazy. But look, to live up to that thing, I'm gonna need 3 more of them things at least. At least.
Man, that man is never going to get all of that $503 million.
No, but listen, here's the other thing too. They even put incentives. They put incentives as the cap goes up to make it worth $500 million.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
baseball money, bro.
It is.
Right? So like all this time I'm sitting there like, yo, I gotta raise my kid to be a pitcher and a lefty, right? Nah, bro. I just need to teach him how to run around in circles and throw 100 yards. No big deal. Like, bro.
But you got to have Tyreek Hill to be able to chase it down.
Right? But listen, here's the thing. What the real debate is, one, how is he going to live up to it? And two, by the time he's done, is he going to be the best quarterback of all time? So
That's true.
Here's my take on it. And I've said this before in a pod, and Reese and Tim, you guys know I said this before. These defensive coordinators, they get paid big money to figure out how to stop people like Pat Mahomes, right? What he did with this contract, it allows the Chiefs to keep certain pieces around him.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might be able to keep Tyreek Hill now. They might be able to keep Travis Kelce. They're going to be able to protect this dude. Like, I mean, he's the first NFL quarterback I've seen in quite some time to run around like an idiot and throw no-look passes just because he feels like it, right? The guy's special. However, teams will figure that out. I definitely need 3 more of them things, though. I need 3. I need a ring for every other finger but the thumb. You know what I mean? Andy Reid deserves it. I don't think Andy Reid. Hey, listen, Andy Reid, he just bought himself at least 7 to 10 more years.
He hopes. Definitely hopes.
So I hope this dude, he stays off the burgers. You know, Andy's my guy, Big Red. Better chill on the barbecue, right? Get on that
Eat all
keto
that.
diet or get on that diet that Reese is on. You know what I mean? Tyreek's over here.
Hey, look.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Planet Power. Plant Power.
There you go, man. You got to write my boy Andy. Let him know what it is, right? Nah, but real shit, I need 3 more rings, a couple more MVPs. And my prediction is he gets into 7 years of that deal and he's in a different city. That's what I think. And 7's stretching it. I do not think he will be the best quarterback of all time by the time he's done.
No.
I think
No.
Unless they really, 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 truly, honestly don't figure this man out, that'll be some shit. It's going to be tough to surpass a guy like Brady. It's going to be tough to surpass shit. Even a guy like Manning. Like, but I mean, listen, he very well. Does he have the potential to be the best quarterback of all time? Yeah. So we are gonna find out. But Reese, up to you, bro.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Okay. No, so I disagree with you, Bruce, about people figuring – how do you figure out pure talent and ability. It's not like you got a Lamar Jackson and he's scrambling around the pocket. We've never seen a quarterback. We've never seen a quarterback like Pat Mahomes before. What he does.
No? Oh, no, we haven't. Okay.
On that level,
I disagree. I disagree with you a lot.
In my opinion, I've never seen a quarterback that plays at the level of Pat Mahomes does. I know a lot of people might say Randall Cunningham is kind of similar, arm strength and ability to scramble, run. Randall Cunningham obviously hasn't done it at the level that Pat Mahomes has. Pat Mahomes
he didn't have the weapons around him either.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he did it when he was in Minnesota.
Yeah,
right. Look what he did.
Had 2 Hall of Famers.
Look what he did. One season.
I'm agreeing with Bruce.
That's true.
He did do it. He did do it when he was in Minnesota.
When he
Exactly.
had it, they went 14.
Oh my God. Yeah, they should have won that shit.
That being said, how do you figure out pure arm ability matched with perfectly able footwork and a wide receiver that's able to run downfield and spread the field like no other receiver?
You're making me go into my fandom. You're gonna make me go into my fandom right now.
Wait a minute.
Let's look at that last game. Jesus Christ.
Wait. Let's pull that back in. Did you just say something about footwork?
He knows how to scramble pretty well. Yeah.
That's really not footwork. That man throws more passes off his back foot than any quarterback in the league.
No, but I'm saying he has the ability to use his feet and scramble and evade the rush.
Okay, that's
okay. Like a pocket presence,
That's more of that's not. Yeah, okay,
Tom Brady's got footwork.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's not the same thing. You're good, I understand now. My bad.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't quite understand how you figure that out. As far as I'm concerned, I think in what he's done he's 2 years in as a starter now.
Yeah.
One season where he was MVP and he threw 50 touchdowns. Another season where he went down. I forget what the exact injury was, but it was an injury that probably should have kept him out for more than 2 weeks, and he played after 2 weeks. If he didn't miss that little bit of time, he arguably would have been MVP again.
I don't think so. He only had a bruise.
Well, guess what? He beat your team in the Super Bowl, so you're going to say the negative thing about it.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, let me jump in here right there.
Oh, my
First of
God.
all,
good segue.
The Niners totally figured him out in the Super Bowl.
Good
Did they?
Not.
They did, right? Because that's why the Niners won the Super Bowl, correct?
No, but
was it because
it was that one pass on a blown coverage that won that game, and another questionable interference call to get him a goal line. He did nothing that game. He threw 2 interceptions. He was missing wide open guys. He was feeling the pressure. Nick Bosa was up his ass the whole game with 12 pressures. So it wasn't like he had a flawless game. They won the game, so I'll give him that. But it wasn't like he had a day.
And he shouldn't have won MVP for that game either.
And
Damian Williams.
Damian Williams should have been MVP.
But to add to what you just said, Tim, he started slow in every playoff game.
Yeah.
Every one, right? So, when you say, how do you figure a guy like that out? Listen, I'm going to let you know now, the Chargers have the kind of defense that may give him headaches in the next year or two.
Yes, and they were not healthy.
Nah. So,
Denver too.
how you figure out a guy like that is a good pass rush.
Yep.
And, by the way, he just learned how to read coverages. Yes, that's scary. Yes, that's impressive. But guess what? Teams figured out Peyton Manning. Teams figured out Tom Brady. By the way, if you want to compare somebody to Pat Mahomes, I'm going to tell you Aaron Rodgers.
I was thinking that too as well.
That's closest thing. What do you mean? They're the same exact quarterback.
Yeah.
They're the same guy.
Mahomes isn't fast enough to be considered with Randall and Lamar Jackson, those guys.
Nah, definitely not.
He's Aaron Rodgers. That's what he is.
I agree.
He runs around the pocket. He does what he does. Listen, I think Mahomes is fucking fantastic. I'm not even going to hold you. I watch more tape on this cat. It's bananas. His arm angles, all that shit. Teams are going to figure that shit out.
So I never got in what I thought he has to do to live up to that contract. Because
please go ahead.
Tim came in hot.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Well, you threw some shots. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I throw them back.
Hey,
Shit. I got you, Tim.
so that being said, he's got an MVP under his belt already. Arguably could have been 2. He gets at least 2 more MVPs in the next 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
You could take that to the bank. He gets at least 2, maybe 3 more rings in the next 10 years. You take that to the bank. They're going back to back. Maybe they won't win next year. They're definitely going back to the Super Bowl this year, though.
They said they would have the Seahawks
that would
too.
be this year.
Well, guess what? The Seahawks didn't have Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is different. Don't.
Wait, whoa. I ain't gonna let you talk about Russell Wilson like that. Not on this
And-
I know.
podcast.
And they had the best defense
There's
in the
a
league.
big gap between number 1 and 2, just so you know.
Nah, you're out of your fucking mind.
What?
Note,
You're crazy.
there's a big gap between number 1 and 2.
All right, well, thank
Very
God.
big
This
gap.
guy is
All right,
out
yeah,
here
I don't-
rapid ass fucking
Russell
mind.
Wilson's the best quarterback in the league, in my opinion.
That's the wrong.
He
opinion.
does more
Hate
with
to tell you.
less than anybody in the league.
And he's proven it.
Switch weapons
Let
until
me tell you
last
something.
year,
Go ahead, Tim. Talk to him.
and they just Russell Wilson. If you look, the highest completion percentage on the second look, third reads in the league. Okay, he's number 2, I think, on first reads. I mean, the guy is he knows the game.
He's
And
special, bro.
He also never gets hit.
He
Mahomes
doesn't.
got
Nah.
knocked out already this year.
You know how many?
And
you know how many times Russell Wilson has been voted first place by a vote for MVP?
MVP's overrated. I told you this on a Goat Madness thing.
Do you know how many
By the
times?
way-
he's-
By the way, Matt Ryan won MVP, but keep going.
Yeah,
No.
Fair enough. Matt Ryan also had a hell of a football season.
Cam Newton won
Yeah.
everything.
He's like, fair enough.
Both had a hell of a year. You're talking about
They
two quarterbacks.
did.
Hold up.
But
You're talking about
but
two.
Russell
Hold
Wilson
up.
is
Hold
a
up.
stat
Yo, I don't cut people off. Don't cut me off.
They cut me off.
Yeah.
Cut him off.
I didn't cut you off. I was trying to talk, and you.
Go ahead.
So you just referenced two quarterbacks both that threw for 50 touchdowns in those seasons. When has Russell Wilson once thrown for 50 touchdowns in the season? Cam Newton had 50 touchdowns that year.
He doesn't
I
have
don't know
to.
about that.
Matt Ryan
I
did too.
don't think that's right.
Russell Wilson doesn't have to.
Cam Newton. Fuck out of here.
Nah, he didn't throw 50 touchdowns.
I
That
think
shit
only
don't happen
three
every
people
year.
It might have been 50 on
Yeah.
purpose.
No, yeah, it's definitely not 50 throwing touchdowns. Only Peyton Manning, I think Drew
Crazy shit
Brees,
now.
and Pat Mahomes have done that, and Dan Marino.
And Brady.
So
And
4
Brady.
people. And Brady, so 5 people. That's it.
Yeah, my goddamn
So-
Verizon network download working over here ain't showing up. But Cam Newton definitely did not throw for 50 touchdowns.
Nah,
No,
not a fucking shot.
My apologies. He had 50 all purpose, though,
Yeah,
which is
he
still
had
pretty
35.
impressive. That's
It
MVP worthy.
was. It was.
So,
Nah,
when-
you heard
when
me
ha-
talk about Cam.
When has Russell Wilson ever had 50 all purpose even?
I have a question for you real quick, though. So here's – you want to talk about Russell Wilson. I want you to name me the 4 – I don't even take 4. Name me the 3 receivers and the tight end on their Super Bowl team. Go ahead.
I don't have it. I
know you don't. Because here's
3
the thing.
receivers and a tight end.
Here's the thing, right?
Luke Wilson.
And
Tate.
Hold up. Let me
I
flip it
wasn't
on you.
looking- it
Who,
wasn't-
hold
it
up.
wasn't
Before you
goddamn
ask me
Luke.
that question, don't, Bruce, stay right there. Who are their 3 receivers and their tight end?
That year?
Yeah.
Golden Tate was one of them.
Yeah,
Right?
Tate.
I want to say Ricardo
Doug
Lockett
Baldwin.
was another. Ricardo Lockett was another one.
Doug
Right?
Baldwin.
Doug Baldwin was another one. And these guys were honestly,
Dougie B.
without being a
Dougie.
jerk, these guys were really honestly nobodies.
They were.
Russell
Doug
Wilson
Baldwin
made
was
these guys
shit.
good players. And another thing, I like to mention, they paid Matt Flynn a cajillion dollars, and Russell Wilson came in and took his job as a 4th-round quarterback.
Third.
Same shit.
No, it's not. God damn it.
Whatever, damn it.
Because I was
Fact of the
pissed
matter
that
is
we
he
didn't
took
pick
that-
him.
Yo, he
Shit.
stole this shit out
Actually,
of man's job.
y'all should have picked him. Be honest with you. You should
No,
have picked him.
they jumped in front of us, motherfucker. Listen,
I know. Yeah,
it's a
look.
thing. I've talked to Andy. It was a mistake. Fact of the matter is,
It was-
Russell Wilson has done so much in this goddamn league, and he's never really had any help, bro. That man runs around for his damn life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like this: the gap
Who's
between
the other
one
tight end, Tim? I heard you say Luke.
I know Luke Wilson was one of them. I don't know.
But
who.
who's
Luke
the-
Wilson
I
was
don't think
one
he
of
was
them.
starting.
And
Zach
the other
Miller?
tight end, who fucking
Zach
who?
Miller? Was it Zach Miller?
Zach.
I don't-
Yup,
I don't-
Zach. Zach
it
was
might
the
have
starter.
been.
Yeah,
It might have
Zach
been, but
was the
listen,
starter.
Did they have
At the
Curse
end-
too?
Jermaine
Yeah.
Kearse, Lockett.
They might have
Listen,
had him.
at the end of the day, their receivers were poop.
They were. Let's be
Okay?
honest. They were.
And
They were
I'm going to
shitty.
tell you right now, this year, he made a throw to Tyler Lockett, one of the nicest throws I've ever seen a quarterback throw since Dan Marino threw his first touchdown pass.
The drop of the buckets.
That shit
Oh
was
my
bananas,
god, that was pretty.
bro.
That was pretty. I can't lie.
Reese knows.
Bananas.
The year
I
we
know.
lost to them, the year after we went to the Super Bowl, and we lost to them next year, he made a pass on 4th and 10, friggin' to I think it was Curse. That was like not many people
Yes.
can make the throw he made.
Yes.
Bro, and
Put them in opportunity to win that game.
like, but listen, I respect that people have their opinion about Mahomes, and there's people that like are we have prisoner moments. We have people that just like. There's some people that think Lamar Jackson's number one, like whatever the case may be.
He's up
The
there.
league's very, very good. The league's in good shape at quarterback. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not 1A and then 1B. It's like 1A, 1B, and Rodgers still no joke. Brady's still no joke. Breeze is still performing. Like, there's a lot of good quarterbacks in this league.
Breeze is better than both Brady and Rodgers, though, right now.
Ooh, Jesus.
Rodgers fell off hard.
And Breeze fell off last year.
What?
Breeze can't finish the season.
That's his
His old
problem.
ass.
Breeze can't finish in the playoffs.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Russell Wilson is the best white quarterback that we got in the league right now. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Great quarterback, bro.
Yes, he is. What's wrong with you guys? You guys don't see that? You know what I'm saying? We all know that Russell is clearly a white quarterback. I don't know what
That's totally my mistake.
I'm just want to make sure you guys understand that. And you fans, if you're listening, you understand. Look at Russell. Look at his hair. Okay. I understand he got with Sierra. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure you guys know I'm just joking. Okay. I'm joking. Okay.
I'm joking.
I think he's part Native American, actually, isn't he?
I don't know what the hell that guy is. And I don't give two shits.
Yo,
I wish
first
his
of
ass
all-
would get the hell out of Seattle.
You definitely do. Definitely do. Listen, all I'm saying is like, for instance, I'll give you an example, right? Like, let me ask you guys in general. As a podcast, do we think Pat Mahomes will be the best quarterback of all time by the time he's done?
Fuck no.
I do.
Brady.
Of course.
Joe.
If Tom
He got to
Brady
get
wins
6,
another
bro.
Wait, listen. If Tom Brady wins a 7th Super Bowl, I want you to understand
Just
Pat
no
Mahomes
less pressure.
is a lot of Super Bowls behind that. Right? He's got one. Right?
Look at
Now listen.
Brady is Jordan and Pat Mahomes is LeBron.
Oh, no, LeBron.
Whoa. Yeah, you can't even call him LeBron yet. Right now, he's like,
He's
I don't
Kawhi.
even know.
He's Luca.
Yeah, Kawhi. Yeah, he's Kawhi. he's Lowry, bro. Right now, he's
Look,
Kyle
man, he
Lowry.
got a
That's
chip.
what
He got a chip early.
Like Lowry.
So honestly,
So
you're
what?
right. We might
Lowry.
can't call him LeBron, but he is. But he got a chip
Like
early.
Lowry.
So, and he coming in hot, got an MVP. So
Yeah,
look,
don't get me wrong, man. Special, but
he's special. He's definitely special. But I don't
listen,
think he's going to live up to this contract.
He's got to win at least 4 to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100%.
And it's going to have to be MVPs. It's going to. I mean, even though I do agree with you, Tim, I do think that the MVP is like almost like a high school goddamn popularity contest.
Yeah.
Does anyone know how old Tom Brady was when he won his first Super Bowl?
He's young. He was always second season, right? First season.
Third season. 23 or 4.
He was 24. Pat Mahomes was also 24. So the argument. No, well, I'm saying you're saying he's a lot behind. Well, guess what? Tom Brady was a lot behind at the 6 or 7 Super Bowls at the age of 24 also. So it can be done. If he's going to be any bit as good as Brady, which I think he will be, he'll honestly probably going to be better. Definitely talent-wise, I think he will do more than Brady ever has on the field.
Wait, so he all right. So if you think that's the case, right, he's going to need to really start getting a jump. So because here's the thing, right? I think in the early 2000s they beat the Eagles, right? They beat who else? They beat the Panthers. And they beat the
Rams.
The
Rams.
Yes, best
3 out of 4
right.
years, right? So they did their thing. 3 out of 4 years they won, right? So that's a big deal right there alone. I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't shock me if Mahomes never won a back-to-back Super Bowl ever.
And he has to go what? 7 undefeated in the season.
Here's the other thing too. You got to realize that the league, the talent comes in the league every year, right? There's people right now that think Trevor Lawrence is going to be twice the quarterback Pat Mahomes is when he gets in the league. So what if he ends up in a good position? What if he ends up in New England, right? Justin Fields. There's a lot of good players coming.
You did say that, right? Ain't that your hot take? Fucking
people ain't just gonna roll over and say, "Oh, Pat
tanking.
Mahomes, we bow down to you. You're a $500 million man. You go win 7 Super Bowls and be the best quarterback of all time." That's not how this shit works, right? They're gonna sit there. They're gonna be sleepless nights. They're gonna figure out how to stop this man. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
I think
but
it was Kobe
year,
who said
didn't
Kobe said the first one's easy.
they? Yeah, true.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Kobe. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's fact. I mean, hey, and like, listen,
He could. Would I be shocked if he won a couple more? No, but that's an if.
The funny part, he win 2, 3 more. You're like, all right, great. You know what I mean? You're at 4, but you're still behind Tom. And that's impressive. That's the funny part. That's still impressive. You know what I mean? If he wins 2 or 3 within this contract in 10 years, that's still impressive. Yes, hell yeah.
Listen, especially the way the league is now, because when Brady won them, and I'm not trying to kill Brady, and I might catch some flack for this, but it was a little different, man.
Defense,
right?
Whoa, hold up. I'm with 3 guys right now, all that voted for a man in GOAT Madness that had 2 less Super Bowls than Tom Brady. But now you're telling me if Pat Mahomes finishes with 4 Super Bowls, he won't be better than Tom Brady? But Joe,
if he's 4-0, it'll be in the conversation.
How you win it?
4-0, it'll be in the conversation. If he's 4-4, then he won't be.
Because you guys all voted for Joe Montana over Tom Brady.
Damn fucking right. And look who Joe Montana beat.
But you also got to understand, Montana.
He beat Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
He beat Marino, right? Who else he beat?
Elway.
Elway.
Yep.
Boomer.
Boomer.
Yo, he beat Aikman to get there.
Yes.
He beat Boomer, right? I mean, this man played. You don't understand. Like back then, bro, the quarterbacks were that shit was crazy.
He wasn't beating Jimmy fucking G.
There was Hall of Fame defenders everywhere, bro. Everywhere. All over the place. I mean, here, the segue into this is we're talking about Mahomes. Let's take a shot at this right now. At the end of this season, if one were to happen, right? Go ahead, take a shot from me. At the end of this season, if one were to happen, who will be the top 5 quarterbacks in the league? I'll go. I'm not going right now. Somebody else go.
Top 5 quarterbacks win?
Like, are you talking stat wise or just like when?
At the end of this season, when they
this
talk
coming
about
season,
who the best,
just this season or altogether?
Just this season, I'm going to go Pat Mahomes.
Well, hang on, real quick. Let me clarify. At the end of every year, they talk about who the best quarterback in the league is, who the second best, third best, fourth best. Okay. Right now, there's kind of like discrepancy who they think who the top 5, top 10 quarterbacks. It's just the way it is.
I got you.
I mean, your top 5 QBs at the end of this season. Go.
Give me Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Oh shit! Hold on, you got him up there.
I told you he's number 2. There's a big drop off.
There's no way, but yeah. Go ahead.
He's smoking that crack again.
Number 3
on the weekend.
You really got to think for number 3?
It's not Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I understand it.
No, Lamar Jackson. He said, "I understand."
I can't believe I'm saying this, but if it works out how I think it's going to work out. No. Cam Newton. That situation might be he's in a very good situation right now.
He got you. He got you with the fucking Instagram post, huh? He got you with the lion roar. Shit like that. I see what the fuck you doing, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about.
I saw it the other day, and I was like, oh, shit. He kind of got me. I'm not going to lie.
Bro.
Wait, what? You saw what?
I saw Instagram, Cam Newton's IG. First of all, he got to change that goddamn font. Hey, Cam, you listen to this shit?
With that, bro? Yeah.
Change that goddamn font. Your font is like your fucking hairstyle. It's all over the fucking place.
He's out here
I tell you that right now.
Shit. Like, I don't want to offend nobody that's Russian. First of all, we support the Russian community here on the.
No, we don't.
Listen, my man DJ took some flack. I'm just saying.
So that being said,
who's 4 and 5? Let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll put Cam Newton at 5. Let me fill in 3 and 4.
Okay.
I'm high on the kid, and you know I am. And if we're talking about pure quarterback ability, I don't think the team's going to do well. I think he's going to do well. I'll put Joe Burrow at 4.
I know you're so high on that kid.
And I'm gonna put the kid. I'm gonna let the Bronco buck at number 3. We're gonna put Carson Wentz right there.
Oh boy! All right. Okay.
So there. Just so you guys know, that's the kiss of death for Carson Wentz. The second I endorse a Philadelphia athlete, they fall off.
I know. Thanks a lot.
Jeez,
thanks a lot. We appreciate that. I know we appreciate that.
What you got, Reese?
I passed out.
I do got.
I passed out. Shut up, Tim.
I don't think Pat is going to be number 1. I think what usually happens, I don't think he's going to be number 1. Why? Because I'm pretty sure every defensive coordinator right now is thinking about him. They're having fucking dreams and nightmares of Meek Milling his ass right now. So they are all about Pat. Even though he didn't win league win league MVP, but they're worried about Pat, so they're gunning for him. I got Lamar up there, so I don't have an order. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you my 5. It is Pat's in number 5. Lamar's definitely up there. Russell, because we got to see this guy every goddamn time. And I'm going to go with the vets. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers always surprises us. He always is there. And I think he has something to prove, especially he's getting no love, as I said before in the previous podcast. So he's going to show this young buck who the fuck really runs Green Bay, flat out. And Tom is out here saying, fuck COVID-19. I got my weapons. And guess what? We're going to get busy. And Bruce Arians, you know what I'm saying? He is definitely, once again, he has a quarterback. He actually has a quarterback. And he's going to help make Brian Leftwich actually look good and keep his fucking job.
His name's Byron Leftwich.
Byron, whatever. His ass, he need to leave, to be honest with you. You're really not needed there. But once again, you got time.
Bro. Wow.
You don't. I mean, let's be honest. What did you do with Jameis? You know what? And I don't want to talk shit about you, Leftwich. You know, you had a good career. Now you're coaching. So I hope you do well. We need more black coaches. So I hope you do well, and I'm rooting for you. But God damn, you couldn't talk to Jameis? Famous Jameis? Shit, you making my voice get high. So this is why I know I'm stressing the fuck out. And I don't even like Tampa like that. My point is this. Those are my 5 quarterbacks. You cannot disregard what Mr. Spectacular has done in the league with only being a starter, a full-time starter in his 2nd year. Shit, we just talked about Pat Mahomes.
Are you still talking about Mr. Spectacular Lamar Jackson?
Yes.
Give me that damn headache.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think a lot of things happen in which Mahomes has made it to the Super Bowl was poor coaching. Poor coaching. But I won't get into that. I won't get into that.
You talking about Andy Reid right now?
I said poor coaching.
He's talking about Bill O'Brien and
Yes.
I don't even remember.
Even Kyle fucking
That's
nut
fair.
ass Shanahan.
I can't.
Oh well, hold up. Let's not disrespect Vrabel. Vrabel, he coached.
He did.
He coached his ass off.
Kyle
Kyle Shanahan's you guys are in an ugly predicament because Kyle Shanahan is a horrible coach.
I won't say he's horrible. He can get us there. Clearly, he's gotten teams there. He has a trend. But we won't make this. We can talk about that segment another time. But it's just a trend that you did the same damn thing in 2 straight I won't say straight, but you did in Super Bowls. The exact same fucking thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? So, you know what? I'm going to pass it over to Tim because my blood pressure is getting up. I just took the shot of this Duce, and I want the sponsorship, guys. I don't know if you guys are realizing this, but I'm keep saying this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Reek, you got to let the cross go. You know what I'm saying? But, Tim, what you guys your top 5, man?
So before I get in my top 5, I want to say something. People keep saying about
the crack.
First season as starters and stuff like that. People give my man, and he's not my top 5. I just want to put him out there.
Okay.
Jimmy G as being a horrible quarterback. He's playing the toughest offense in the league.
That's
and the
true.
first year as a starter, he went to the Super Bowl. They're 21-6.
Wait, first year?
4-20. His first year as a full-time starter.
Full-time starter. Because remember,
he was hurt. That's right. Yeah.
Stupid ass move he did.
The Niners, with pretty much the same team, with Jimmy G, are 21-6.
I know.
Without Jimmy G, they're 4-20.
Don't remind us, bud. Don't remind us.
So it's not. People need to stop acting like my guy can't play.
Yeah, he's a player.
Jimmy
He's just a game manager.
My thing. First of all, I want to say
he's a game
Ryan,
manager.
you're way off on this Cam Newton thing. No quarterback in this league could go with the weapons he has and be a top 5 quarterback. Not
I
even
agree with
Pat
that.
Mahomes or Russell Wilson.
Shit, Brady couldn't even do it.
Yeah. Their team is horrible.
That's facts, bro.
I'm not arguing.
So I'm gonna do the same thing. I won't go order because I don't know my exact order, but Mahomes is definitely in there. Russell Wilson is definitely in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough one, man.
Uh-oh.
I want to put Brady and Breeze in there because I think they're too old and they're about to be out of this thing soon. Aaron Rodgers, I think his best years are behind him. Sorry, Bruce. I know he's your guy.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of things. I guess I'll put Lamar in there as default. I still think Lamar needs to win a playoff game before I consider him in the company of the other 2 guys.
Okay.
I guess I'll go where people will think that I won't go, and I will put Carson in my top 5 on just ability. He also needs to prove that he can win a playoff game.
I agree.
He needs to
but
be
just
in that
on
motherfucker
talent.
to win it. I'm
I'll put
sorry.
him on talent alone in there. And then for 5, what's the tough one here? There's a lot of guys I think deserve to be in the conversation. Watson's one. I think he's kind of a
Yes.
choker too, though, in
Yes.
big situations. So I don't know if I want to put him in there. There's a guy, 2 years in the league and made the playoffs twice, and Josh Allen, but he's not there passing wise to be in the top 5.
Like, all right, Tim, cut it the fuck out. You talking about Josh Allen?
Yo,
Hey,
that guy's.
That's
Listen,
the
made
white
the playoffs
Cam Newton,
twice.
goddammit.
listen.
made the
You
playoffs
calm down
twice.
about Josh Allen for a second.
It's the white
I'll
Cam
give
Newton.
my-
Let's look at his
doesn't-
stats.
If
Yeah,
that guy, listen.
I said he's not good enough passer to be in the top 5.
No, and listen,
Same thing
wait,
with
wait. Tim,
Not
but
putting
there's
him
an
in there.
asterisk next to that, Tim. If he could figure that shit out, he might have the best arm in football.
Okay, I'm going to go with my wild card
His
pick
brain
here.
is noodles. Mr.
Here's
Noodle.
my
I've been
wild
watching
card
last
pick.
Sesame Street. I'm sorry.
At the end of the year, I'll put 2 guys in there, 5A and 5B.
Okay.
These 2 guys at the end of the year might earn their spot in there.
Kyler.
5A is Kyler Murray,
I knew it. I knew it.
and 5B is Drew Lock.
Oh, my God.
You know what?
My man's got
No, don't
got
say
the
no way.
weapons.
Man, get the
He's
fuck
got-
out of here with Drew
No,
Lock.
no,
He's
no.
a bum. I'm
No.
standing by
No.
that. I'm like you, Ryan. I'm a down that hill.
Oh, I love you for that. I love you for that.
Burn on that hill.
So that
Terry
hold up.
Crews.
That being said, I'm gonna have to bump Joe Burrow off and put I'm gonna insert Kyler Murray at the 4 spot. I forgot about Kyler Murray for a second. I'm not gonna lie.
Especially having Nuke.
He's going to be
Yeah,
his
dude.
2020 league MVP.
Whoa.
I don't think it's going to happen now. Too many people keep saying it. I don't think it's going to happen.
I already put the money down.
Oh, shit. All right. I hope it happens.
Hey man, yo, Tim hits. All of a sudden, we're gonna have a private studio.
Yeah, I know. Then all of a sudden, we root for Kyler Murray. Man, fuck San Fran. Go ahead, Kyler. Go.
So
You didn't say Russell Wilson, Tim, did you?
Yeah,
yeah, he said that
him,
second.
him and Pat were the definite 2.
Oh, you
Those
said it
three-
right. You said it back to back.
The,
That's my
the other
bad.
3 guys have to do some stuff to earn that
Yeah, they
spot.
got to do a little bit of things. They got to
So
do strange things for
I'll
some
go with
change.
what Ryan said. 1 and 2 are a lot higher than 3 to 5, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. So let me say that 1 and 2 were very, very high. They're god tier. I do think there's a significant fall off
What you been talking to Easy?
between 1 to 2,
I know.
but
Let's face
God
it.
tier.
there's a waterfall between 2 and 3.
See?
A
right,
waterfall.
look, man.
What you TLC? What the
Yo,
fuck you talking
yo,
about over here?
yo,
man?
hold on,
What
hold on,
you
real
talking
quick,
about?
real quick. Yo, this league, man, that was bad. That was really bad. This league is called the NFL for a reason, not for long, right?
Okay.
So this whole friggin' waterfall, it's a mile, hills, and all this other shit.
Yeah.
The only hill I know about is the hill that Jerry Rice used to run up. But listen,
What about
And the
Tyreek
one,
Hill? You know
what
about
about the
him.
one Ryan dies on?
the one that Ryan dies on.
Every
It's not a
podcast.
big listen. There's not some crazy gap between the QBs in this league. I don't give a flying shit what anybody says. I am gonna say that Pat Mahomes right now, he looks superhuman. He does. Your league MVP this year is gonna be Russell Wilson.
He's not gonna get it. It's sad. But he's
Russell
not
Wilson's
gonna
gonna
get it.
win
enough,
it. He's gonna win the West.
He's not flashy enough, man.
He's not.
He's gonna win.
You're right. Tim, he's
Yo,
not.
wait, hear me out though. Hear me
I'm
out.
hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay. It'll be the first year
Can't hear
he's
you.
had 2. I can hear him. I can hear him.
yeah.
Listen, it's going to be his first year that he actually has receivers consistently, right? He's going to have Lockett. He's going to have Metcalf, right?
No, that
And didn't they draft another receiver?
Another receiver.
Who knows, man?
Buddy.
The draft's weird.
Buddy. So listen, what I'm saying to you
God.
is I wouldn't be shocked a bit if Russell Wilson wins the MVP. Okay? My QBs go Russell Wilson and Pat Mahomes, 1A, 1B, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to put Aaron Rodgers in there. Aaron, I apologize. I think that you're going to be somewhere else next year. I think you're going to have a good year, but
Yeah.
it's just not going to be good enough for me to put you in my top 5. I do, however, agree with Tim on one thing, though. And I don't even like this dude. But Kyler Murray,
Oh my God.
that offense,
Yeah.
now, bro, he has one of the best receivers of all time on his team. Then he has Nuke, and he has Christian Kirk. That's going to be a tough offense to stop.
How Christian Kirk? Oh my God,
Bro, look at the numbers he put up last year.
I know.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
They were behind, so they had to fucking throw the ball. The same thing Cam Newton did in his rookie year, throwing the ball.
Stop the bullshit.
You know what?
Hey,
Reek, where you at?
Culturally biased.
Fucking. What do you call them stats? What do you call them stats? Them bullshit ass stats at the end of the game. Empty ass calories, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like sometimes a salad is empty calories. I'm on a vegan diet and I got empty goddamn calories. That's Kyler Murray.
That's why you can't be jamming people at the line no more because all that.
Oh shit, we get personal. Shit, Jesus Christ, I gotta get back into it. Hey, the gyms in Jersey is closed. Goddamn guys, I gotta find.
I invited you over, bro. I invited you over. Okay, there's no excuses anymore. Listen. I think that
I might eat a steak.
I can endorse this guy because I'm not bad luck like Ryan. I think Carson Wentz.
I was waiting for you, homer.
However, I think he's going to fall right outside the top 5 for me.
Really?
Okay? I do.
With D-Jack coming back, with actually fast-ass fucking receivers coming back.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Somebody said this recently to me, and I already knew this, but I'm trying to be that, I'm trying to be kind of like modest about it.
Yeah, you are.
If the weapons day got turned out, it's going to get awfully scary for the NFC East.
You mean like the 2 o'clock let out at a club, the turnout?
Stop talking your shit, bro. I'm saying if they turn out, if they actually come to fruition, that is going to be a problem. All right. Fact of the matter is, I got Murray, I got Mahomes, I got Wilson, I got Brady. I do. Like with those weapons, it's hard for me to not agree with my boy Tyrese here, right?
Oh shit. Sweet lady.
Listen. Number 5 though, and I want to kind of say this, and I think he goes out with a bang. I think Roethlisberger goes out with a bang.
Ooh,
I do. I think that he's gonna hang on. Let me finish.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna have a very, very good year. I don't
Juju's
think they win the
back.
Super Bowl. I don't think they win the Super Bowl, but I think Roethlisberger goes out with a bang, and I think he can slide into the top 5. Now, I am gonna say one thing: Lamar Jackson is gonna be right there. Him and Wentz are gonna battle for that to get in that 5. But I'm gonna say another guy who everybody keeps sleeping on. God bless this league if Josh Allen figures out the throwing thing.
Oh, Josh Allen never
Because,
that shit up.
Yo, stop your shit talking. He's more talented than Jimmy G, okay? Heard what I said. He's more talented than Jimmy G.
Look at his bum-ass record.
Bum-ass record. Man made the playoffs with the Buffalo Bills for the first time in 35 years. Shut it up.
It's not 35 years.
A long time.
Tyrod made the playoffs with the Buffalo Bills.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not 35 years.
Being an asshole.
Hey, you are being an asshole. Total asshole.
That was definitely a shot of the Bills.
Total whole ass.
I do agree that I think it could be Russell Wilson. I think it could be Kyler Murray that wins the MVP. But I mean, ultimately, I think if Lamar Jackson, some of those rookie receivers they added, there's a lot of speed over there in Baltimore. And I said the man was overrated or overhyped, I should say. I think he's more overhyped. I think that if he can click with Prochet and the other kid they got, I mean, with him in Hollywood, I think it's going to be all right.
You know what?
So,
Josh Allen, I'm going to put it on record. And did they not acquire Stephon Diggs, right? They got Stephon Diggs over there, correct?
They did.
Okay.
They did, sir.
Stephon Diggs is going to be very frustrated this year.
Here you go.
Is going to Josh Allen to go.
Wait, let me ask you guys a question real quick.
All right, Ryan is high. He's sleepy. The motherfucker's been doing crack, coke, and weed tonight. Shit.
What quarterback you guys
think? And it's just Thursday.
Yeah. What quarterback you guys think will take a big step back?
I got Josh Allen.
Wow.
Too much pressure. You got
a number 1 receiver, and you got him going backwards.
Yes.
What about you, Tim?
Josh Allen, for real.
Tim, what you got?
Let me think for a second. Someone else go first.
I got another goddamn quarterback coming back. Kirk Cousins.
No, I'll say it. Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, shit.
Okay.
Nope,
never.
That. Nah.
He's not.
He's not.
I can feel that.
He lost.
Not have a nuke. Not have a nuke. That makes sense.
Let me think about that. Tom Brady. He's not in Bill Belichick's offense.
nigga crazy. I'm sorry.
He's not in Bill Belichick's offense
you
anymore.
just bust.
I know I did. He's crazy. You know, Ryan, like when we do these podcasts,
Yo, and just in case you were wondering, I'm back, bitches.
I know, like
Goat
What does that
Madness is
mean?
over,
Like,
so I'm back to hot takes.
I know. And like he just like when y'all hear this shit is for real. Because he doesn't discuss the bullshit that he's gonna say on his goddamn podcast when he says
Yeah,
it.
he just says it. Yeah, he just
fucking says it. This ain't
it's like
scripted.
it's like word vomit and shit. Like
Yeah, it's like it's not scripted. It's not like, hey guys, I got some shit I'm going to. He don't even give a fucking warning. He just comes out, he goes
do
to
his
it
shit.
and takes his
I know.
shit, and he just leaves and shit. It's crazy.
Josh Allen put up the same amount of yards as Lamar Jackson with a lot worse weapons.
A lot
Talk
worse
to him.
weapons. A lot worse weapons.
Talk to
Okay.
him.
How much did Josh Allen run for?
Who cares?
Well, Lamar does, and we seen what the fuck Lamar does. There's a
Tim,
reason.
what you got? What
he
you got? Who do you think?
MVP?
Who do you take a step?
goddamn.
Who do you think takes a step back?
You already know my vote. What you got, Timmy? We all want to know.
What was you said Josh Allen. You're an ass.
You damn
Said
right.
Deshaun
I said
Watson.
Josh.
Oh, you
He
did.
did say,
I'm sorry.
yeah, he did say.
Rod,
Deshaun.
you said Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady takes a little
I
bit
know
of a
what
step
the
back.
fuck.
Yo, this shit hurts.
You're pissing me off.
This shit hurts me because of how much I actually like this guy. But I think
Carson
Drew Brees-
Wentz. There we go.
I think Drew Brees
Stop it.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
No, it
one.
ain't.
hurts my
No,
heart,
it's not.
man. I think. Yo, listen, he really declined last year too, bro.
That's because he was hurt.
What do you mean, bro? Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. You want a hot take? Don't be shocked if Famous Jameis is the QB by halfway through the year.
Oh shit, you on your Ryan crack shit.
still
Jameis
crack.
fucking Winston? The motherfucker
yo.
who threw 30 for 30?
Bro, he had 30 touchdowns. Listen, he got hurt.
He threw 30
He got
interceptions.
hurt.
How many pick six he
Listen, he got
threw?
hurt. Listen, he got hurt last year,
Yeah.
right? And he got hurt the year before, right? And Brees used to be a guy who got through everything, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's a given, and I'm
It's
not even
not,
really
you're
going
right.
to push it out like a hot take. But if Brees don't get back to close to what he was, I mean,
You've been talking with Reek. That's what's going on. Reek
No,
ain't
I'm
here,
not.
so somebody
No.
had to substitute. Ryan's
Nah,
like,
bro.
let's make up for Reek because Reek trying to get the
I could have said
bullshit.
Teddy Bridgewater's going to win MVP, but I didn't.
I know. I
Hold on a
would
second, hold on a
look.
second, hold
I
on.
goddamn go out over there and choke your ass. You say Teddy Bridgewater gonna fucking win
Lamar
MVP.
Jackson has more yards rushing, but Allen's got more touchdowns rushing.
Ooh. You know why? You know why,
Talk
right?
to him, Tim.
Wait, what is he talking to? Everybody knows
Talk
that
to
shit.
him. Tell him, Tim.
Fuck. What is he
Josh
telling me?
Allen,
I
yo,
already
what's more
knew that.
important?
Josh
Yards
Allen
and
ain't no
touchdowns.
joke.
And you know what's funny? But who
My boy
won
Knights.
league MVP? Who
Wild.
had a better record?
Oh, good job. Who won the Super Bowl?
Neither of them. So I mean,
Yeah.
why you gotta bring that up? Like you just taking shots at us for no reason. That was
The
that was
the
not even
MVP
called
that couldn't-
for.
MVP that can't win a
that's
playoff
true.
game.
Oh man, god damn! Is that on him or is that coaching? Or is it
Who we talking
combination?
about? Who we
It's the
talking about?
same coaches all year.
Okay.
Who we talking
and what
about, though?
happened? We're talking about
Lamar.
Lamar. We're talking about Lamar. He said, "League
Listen,
MVP
wait a minute.
can't
Wait a
win it.
minute.
Can't win a
I'm gonna tell
goddamn
you right
playoff
now.
game."
I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'll die on this hill.
Oh, here we
Until
go
he lets
down
it
the
go.
goddamn hill
Until-
again.
listen,
Shit, right? Look at
He
the fuck
has
you
to
started.
go. He has to go into a playoff game and be able to throw outside the hashes, or he will not win a playoff game in this league.
Dude, he did.
No, he didn't. Go watch the game. They
did.
literally
I
made him
did.
throw outside the hash, and he struggled
I
all
did.
game.
I did.
All right.
I
All right,
actually
do it
did.
again then.
I did.
Do it again without drinking the Grey Goose.
I don't drink Grey
And
Goose.
take-
Is
And listen, and
Douce,
take off
if
the
you're
whatever
if you're
Goose egg.
wondering,
Take
is
off the
Douce
Yeah, that's what
one
Lamar
of the
Jackson had.
smoothest
Listen, take off
cognacs
take off
out
the
there,
purple
guys.
glasses, right? Take them off. Put them down.
Hey, right, that's the sponsorship we need. Douce, one of the
Stupid
smoothest
shit.
cognacs out there. See how smooth my voice
Anyway.
is?
You just let
Anyway,
So,
yo.
let's go. Let's go.
I'm not gonna let it slip by. Bruce did just call it goose.
Goose.
Goose egg, nerd.
No, goose. Goose. I
Oh shit.
didn't say goose egg.
That's what I call it. I said it wrong. Whatever I said, I don't
Hey,
drink.
look.
So
When you have 8 drops, look,
Respect.
I don't want
I
to get
respect
look.
that.
We don't want to go too far, so look, let's kind of wrap this up. But when
Yeah,
you
let's
have
wrap
8
it up.
drops, you have 8 drops by your fucking receivers. That's
right, we're gonna play.
hard.
I'm a QB. I get it.
You know that, Bruce. You get pissed.
I do.
Like, what the fuck? That's your job. Catch the ball.
No,
and when
I
you
agree.
don't on critical downs, and when I need it's 2nd and 10,
He
you
also
drop
missed wide
the
open
fucking
guys.
rock. You're a dickhead.
What'd you say, Tim?
I said he also missed wide open guys and out patterns.
I was gonna say that too.
He did.
I was letting Reese do his defend, Mr.
No,
Spectacular.
because I did watch it, and I went back and even I was drinking that game.
Were
and I
you
went back and
drinking? You
looked at-
were drinking. See,
I went back and looked at it, and I said, okay, he missed some here. And it's
I know
so
what was
funny.
going
They
on.
played a shitty game. They honestly, it was coaching. It was Lamar. It was the receivers. It was the defense. They all played a shitty collective game.
they did. You're right. But what was crazy, right?
You
They couldn't
always gotta
stop.
put it
They
on the
couldn't stop
quarterback.
Derrick Henry. It was on him.
You always put it on the quarterback. The quarterback gets the most praise, and also he gets the most
easy.
scrutiny. So we all
Right.
I mean, it's part of the game. So
It's
I
part of
understand it.
Anyway, let's wrap this bad boy up.
Yes, sir. So, guys, that was it for this week.
Yes,
As
sir.
always, we are the Football Guys podcast. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Definitely hit us with 5 stars. That always helps.
Leave
Follow
a
us on.
review.
Yes, leave a review also. Leave a written review. We greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
Spotify, hit us with a follow. You can find us on Facebook, like our page at Football Guys Pod, and that's the same for the Twitter and the Instagram. That being said, I'm Ryan. As always, I was joined alongside my mans Reese, Bruce, and Timmy. Until next time.